Hello Wonder Weavers. I have been a little bit quiet here. I've spent the last 5 weeks toiling away at the doll's house, and I thought in this video I would share with you vignettes of the journey. I must highlight before we go on that I chose to do this on a budget. So a lot of the materials I used in the renovation were upcycled. So just bear that in mind. Now, if you recall my plan, I was looking to create a more rustic and unique exterior. But of course, as always, plans change. I made lots of mistakes, and lots of things just simply didn't turn out. These supposed mistakes or imperfections serve to remind me of the importance of being flexible while creating. And I'm happy with what I've created so far, remembering that this isn't the end of the journey. There's still more work to be done. So let us begin the adventure. It's Sunday, Wonder Weavers, and I'm busy tiling. And forgive me, I'm not in my Sunday's best. I know myself really well. I always end up wearing glue and paint. So I have been working on the roof now for quite a few hours. It's quite a tedious job. But I've had quite a stressful week, so I find little jobs like this to be very soothing. It reminds me a little bit of excavation. One of the first things that people say to me when they find out I'm an archaeologist is, "Oh wow, all the things you must have dug up, all of the treasure you must have discovered." Little do people realize that excavation is very tedious. Day after day, for months, you're down on your knees digging, and it's always wonderful to find artifacts. But at the end of the day, you need to be really patient and persevere. So this particular job reminds me a little bit of that, and I'm already halfway through, which is wonderful. Although I had this realization today that I'm creating a slated roof, and that's pretty rare in Georgian architecture, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not totally sure why I chose to do it this way, but that's the idea that's stuck, so we're going with it. Hello Wonder Weavers, it's Tuesday of the following week. I have been working on the dollhouse, and it is no longer pink, but it is in that messy, ugly in-between phase. Slowly, little by little, I'm starting to see what it's transforming into. So I've tiled and filled in the cracks of the roof, and it's going to need to be sanded. And I've coursed one wall. I've almost run out of egg cartons, so I'm encouraging my friends to eat as many eggs as they can and share their cartons with me. And I have fitted the windows and filled in the cracks there. And I'm doing this before I course it. So yeah, I'm making great progress, but I can't wait to share it with you. By the third week of June, the exterior was taking shape, but the interior, on the other hand, looked like a demolition zone. As you will notice, the windows are plainer than in my plan. I decided to change the style because I fell in love with the idea of window planter boxes, so I've decided to try and make them using cardboard and air drying clay. And finally, it is time to paint. I start by painting the entire exterior with gesso. Then I paint the roof, first Payne's Grey, the darkest colour, with an old, thick brush. Then with an old toothbrush, I apply layers of a colour I've blended using Payne's Grey and matte white acrylic paint. Meanwhile, for the stones, I first painted them randomly different colours. The colours I blended included ochre and a dark umber brown, and then once that first layer was dry, I went over the stones with matte white. I have arrived at the final part of this stage. I am painting the windows and the planter boxes white. So before I show you the new exterior, let me remind you of where we began. So Wonder Weavers, here it is. So after 5 weeks of toil, 9 egg cartons, matchsticks, cardboard, and air drying clay, I have a new exterior. There are some things that I would like to refine. There is more work yet to be done on the windows. I also need to work on the door. But this is a good beginning, despite all of the imperfections and all of the mistakes I made. So Wonder Weavers, I want to thank you so much for all of your messages of support and encouragement. If anything else, I hope that by me sharing my journey with the dollhouse, I will inspire you to get creative. Please remember that you don't need expensive materials to create. Use what you have and enjoy the experiment. Enjoy the experience. I look forward to sharing with you the next stage. Until then, take care and stay well. Ciao.